Here's the evidence, God's own declaration. His own word is the first evidence of His oneness. Yes, His word, the Quran. But in order to prove that the Quran is the word of God, in the first place, the Quran itself threw a challenge. It says, "And if you are in doubt concerning that which we have sent down, that is the Quran, to our slave, then produce a chapter like it thereof, and for doing this work, call all your people besides God, if you are truthful." 1400 summers have passed by since this challenge was issued. People around the world researched using science and now computers too, but gave up. None could take up this challenge or bring together a case to establish that the Quran is not the word of God. The Holy Quran presented 1400 years back the scientific facts like DNA, the origin of universe, the Big Bang, embryology, particles smaller than atoms, subatomic particles, the expansion and final implosion of the universe, the birth of the stars, black holes, recording of sounds and images, the atmospheric layers, and 100 other scientific facts which have been discovered only now, proving that the Quran is the word from God, the knower and the creator of these facts. It is this true book that vouches for God's oneness. In this book, the Holy Quran, God has furnished many arguments, evidences and touchstones directed at our intellect, and these evidences testify to His oneness. Here is one such argument. It says, "Had there been many gods and masters of the heavens and the earth, then there would have been great turmoil and unrest." Simple logic. Had there been many gods, the scenario would have been something like this. One god would order that the night should be set in, but another god would insist that it should be daytime. One god would decide that the span of day would be 6 months, and another would decide differently. Yet another god would want the sun to rise in the west, but one of the gods would disagree and say no, the sun will rise in the east. Had there been many gods sharing the one supreme god's powers, decision and management, then again the scene would be somewhat like this. A man would pray to the rain god for rains. The rain god would accept his supplication, but suddenly another god would disagree and would command that there will be no rain. Then the subordinate rain god would go on strike in protest. Meanwhile, the people would be waiting for daybreak, but it would turn out that the sun god was on strike.